You know, I associate myself with the comments of my colleague, Congressman Crow. I'm deeply disappointed in how we're handling this breach of protocol and so forth. You know, every year at the beginning of Congress, we take an oath to office. You know, this is an awesome responsibility to be a member of Congress, to protect our country. We have no greater responsibility than to protect our homeland. And, you know, when I walk into this committee and the honor of being on this committee, I don't see Democrats and Republicans. I see folks that every day want to do the same thing. But as Congressman Crow suggested, the mark of leadership, and we all are leaders in this room, is to accept responsibility when mistakes happen. And that signal chat was a mistake. I'm not here to impugn your character. You were all nominated by the president. You were all confirmed by the president. But we have an awesome responsibility and credible responsibility to the American people. And then given that we are the United States of America, we have a responsibility to the world. And this really was a breach of protocol. I'll take you at your word that we are going to do a full investigation of it. Our responsibility as oversight is to understand this breach, understand who leaked information, how that happened, and then hold those responsible. You know, I 100% agree with the chairman in his opening statement. He said, where trust is breached, those responsible need to be held accountable. So do I have, you know, Director Gabbard, we served together, we came into Congress together. Do I have your word when this investigation is fully completed, we will get the full breadth of the investigation?
Thank you, Congressman. That would be my intent. I will caveat that by saying that this is being conducted by the National Security Council. I've not gotten any indication that they would try to withhold that, but I can't speak for them.
Okay. I also, you know, I see way too much politics when it comes to our national security and our national defense. We've got to keep politics out of this. We're not Democrats or Republicans. We're Americans. We're tasked with the responsibility of keeping our country safe. Director Gabbard, you have an awesome responsibility here to advise the president, to collate all the information, everything that the IC is providing, and provide that best advice and guidance to the President of the United States. We have to keep politics out of this. Even if the President disagrees with this, if it goes against his personal wishes, if he's considering an order that potentially is unconstitutional or illegal or compromises our security, I want your word that you will always provide and give that honest advice to the President, even if it will make him angry.
Thank you, Congressman. I appreciate the question because, as you said, I do take this responsibility very seriously. And it was my commitment to the President, to the Senate, the American people, that as the Director of National Intelligence, I will ensure to provide the President and all of you as policymakers with that unbiased, relevant, and timely intelligence. And to your specific question, the answer is yes. I will inform the President of that accurate, timely, unbiased intelligence reporting, whether it is something that agrees with an assumption or a view or an objective or not. That's my responsibility to him and to the American people.
Great. I would just offer advice. In your role, what you do on your personal devices versus your official devices, you're speaking to the public, and I would just offer, you know, as I conduct myself, what I say personally is always going to be considered Congressman Bera saying it. General Hawk, I've appreciated working with you and, you know, have a deep concern about our cyber vulnerabilities. And we will go into some of this in the closed session. But Salt Typhoon is something we take very seriously, as well as Volt Typhoon and the compromises. Can you just briefly give us an update of where we are with those two?
So, Congressman, we share your concern in terms of the overall ensuring that we can protect the critical infrastructure of the United States. The area that we have been deeply focused on is our ability to partner with industry. 99% of our critical infrastructure is controlled by our industry. So our ability to bring government information to be able to understand what threats look like and the origin of those threats, help inform how industry can defend and also create the necessary equipment to ensure that we're secure. That partnership continues to grow, and that's really one of our key priorities. And I'll be able to go in closed session into more detail about the specific actions we've done together as an interagency with our industry teammates.
Right, thank you. I yield back.
Gentleman yields. A gentleman from Pennsylvania, General Perry.